Good afternoon. If you are already standing, please remain standing, and if you are not, please rise for the presentation of our nation's colors and the singing of our national anthem, and remain standing until the colors have left the floor. March on, colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave, home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Welcome, everyone. I'm Principal Dave Goodwin, and I would like to welcome all parents, guardians, family members, community members, South Kitsap High School staff, and of course our very soon-to-be graduates to the South Kitsap High School class of 2022 commencement ceremony. Congratulations for being here. We have some distinguished guests with us here today. Please hold your applause until I finish welcoming the following groups. First, please welcome the South Kitsap School District Board of Directors with us today. We have President Jeff Wilson, Vice President Brian Pickard, Director Kate Espy, and Director Jeff Daly. We also have Superintendent Tim Winter and Assistant Superintendent Dr. Tom Edwards with us on the stage. I would also like to thank the South Kitsap High School administrative team, Assistant Principals Casey Ogan, Charlotte Cole, Frida Evans, and John Mollage. I'd like to recognize the high school band, choir, and sign choir, plus our NJROTC cadets for the presentation of our nation's colors, and thank the high school video production crew for streaming this event live, including their advisors, Gary Grams, Mike Allen, Beth Cordy, Greg Pickard, Matthew Swagger, Captain Shapler, and Senior Chief Vickers. Can we give them a round of applause for a great job so far? Next, I would like to give a very special thank you to our senior team, Assistant Principal Casey Ogan, Senior Class Counselor Tawny Chinchilla, Senior Class Counselor Sherry Favre, and Senior Dean of Students Eric Canton. I would also like to thank the entire South Kitsap High School staff for their hard work and dedication to this group of seniors over the last 4 years through what have been some very unique and challenging times. And a special thanks to our amazing behind-the-scenes staff that truly have made this happen. Office Manager Emma Ledoux and Guidance Officer Manager Tara Murphy. They have worked incredibly hard to make this transition back to the Tacoma Dome a success. So thank you to them. If we can give everybody that I've mentioned a big round of applause, that would be great. And now I'd like to introduce the South Kitsap High School Band playing Where Eagles Soar. Great job, Ben. It is my pleasure now to introduce our graduating student speaker, Marissa Crane, who will be coming up to the stage.
Hello. Oh, he's a bit taller than I am. I'm gonna go like this really fast. Okay. Hello, friends and family and strangers here to support the class of 2022. This is more of a loose speech, so if you want to throw up a holla, it's okay. You can. You don't have to wait till the end. Holla. So, I am Marissa Crane, and I am almost officially no longer a senior at South Kitsap High School. Holla. Some things to know about me before we get started, if we haven't met, is that I really like sushi. Sunrises are my favorite part of the day when the sun shines, of course. And that I really like talking. Hence, I'm here giving a speech at our graduation. So I'm going to do my favorite kind of talking, which is encouraging and celebrating. But I'm going to start with celebrating, because we made it. We did it. Holla. You survived public high school, not just at the largest school in the state, but during several years of a global pandemic. Not to mention the physical, mental, and emotional strain that came with all of those things. Life looks completely different in too many ways to count. Some things gained, others lost. But you are here against all odds, and I'm so proud of you. No matter the struggles, roadblocks, anything else, you are here. And you're here because you've earned it. Every one of us has earned the seat we're sitting in, all dressed up and ready to graduate. You are worthy of the success that awaits you, each and every one of you. No matter the path that you are choosing and the unique challenges you will face, you are worthy of success here and wherever else you invest your time after you walk this stage. And everyone's path will look different. You won't do the same thing as the person next to you, some of us going to college, training, to the workforce, or maybe we want to be parents. That's worth celebrating as well. Every person's path is their own, and your success will look different. but with patience and kindness, all of us can see this success play out. So here's my wish and challenge for all of us. I need you to do two things. The first is to be intentional. With every day, we are given an opportunity to live how we see fit. Would you be intentional with your actions and your words to create the world you most want to live in? How we live today will shape our reality tomorrow. Second, be confident. Trials, challenges, and pressures are a part of life. I don't know if anyone paid taxes this April, but that's one of them for sure. And we felt a fair amount of this pressure already, more than the average graduates, I would say. Be confident in your ability to endure. Be confident and know that your strength is unique to you. Stand tall in knowing that you can endure whatever comes your way, and you will do so with compassion and a sound mind. So in short, you've got this. I don't need to know where you've been or where you're going to know that you've got this. Countless people are already proud of what you've done and what you will do, though it may not always feel like it. So as we make our way across the stage, grab our little folders and shake hands, know that what comes next is up to you, and you have everything within you to achieve your goals. Be open to learn along the way. Would you be open to receive these challenges while continuing to be intentional and confident? And with this, you are worth every good gift that life has to offer. Thank you.
The highlighters are now going to perform for us, and so our chamber choir and the highlighters will sing The Luckiest with solos by Paris Glanz and Angelica Vanderdoes. I'm now proud to introduce our valedictorians. They're going to come up and make a speech to you. Hannah Collar, Colin Cox, Jackson Fager, Amelia Hickle, Sakia Sass, and Ashley Shageti. Please come on up.
We did it. Graduating at last. Most of us have been waiting for this moment for quite some time. Some of us have even had a countdown. Or maybe you've dreaded the end of your high school experience, wishing you could pause time or at least slow it down. Perhaps you identify with both of these sentiments. Regardless of the category you fall into, the reality is that we are here. For better or worse, there is no going back. Only forward. Maybe some of you wish you would have done more during your high school experience, or feel like your efforts did not amount to anything significant. But we must remind ourselves we are not finished. Celebrate today or this week, but don't celebrate the end of high school. Celebrate the beginning of our new lives. This next stage of our lives will likely be different from anything we could ever expect. But with this transition comes new opportunities, new chances to rise on and take on new challenges. We are not defined by our pasts unless we let ourselves be. If you are dissatisfied with your high school experience, start with an attainable goal and work from there. If you are one of those who can reflect on your high school experience with self-pride, you are not done either. Don't be afraid that the best might be behind you. It is not. Look out towards the horizon and breathe in the future.
Four years ago, when we were in the last few months of middle school, we each received copies of the course catalog for South Kitsap High School to aid us in selecting classes for our freshman year. What was so impressive about this catalog was the sheer number of opportunities it provided, catering to any type of academic interest or for future career aspirations. Much like the catalog, our futures hold a great number of different pathways and chances for success. They offer a way for us to do the things we are interested in and learn about the world we live in and about ourselves. But we have to try. The future is uncertain and confusing, but we must try to make some sense of it and make the best decisions we can for ourselves. If we let too much time pass in indecision, we may lose some of the opportunities that were previously abundant. So now is the time to try something. Try everything. Don't let the future close itself to you by waiting too long to decide what you want for yourself. But for now, let's just celebrate being here.
So this is for all my soon-to-be former seniors. I want you all to take a second, maybe close your eyes, and think back to yourselves at the very beginning of high school. Think of that person that you were then. Think of what you knew then, what you had then, what you could do then, and most importantly, your dreams then. Think of everything that made you, you. And now look at yourself. Look at where you are now. Look at all the knowledge you've gained, the skills you've amassed. Look at how much you've learned more about yourself as a person. And with all those dreams you had as a freshman, look at all that you've fulfilled. It's amazing how much everyone has grown during this time. This is Snoopy. Snoopy is a beagle, but Snoopy isn't like a normal beagle. Snoopy doesn't chase birds or rabbits. He sleeps on top of his doghouse. He walks upright on 2 feet like a human. However, what's even more strange is that Snoopy can read. He can fly airplanes. He even is a lawyer. Now, how does a beagle become a lawyer? Now, Snoopy is obviously a fictional character, but the point is Snoopy has all these big dreams, just like us. And Snoopy has all these amazing talents, just like us. Both Snoopy and high school have proven that with a little time, a little effort, and a little hope, dreams can become reality. Snoopy himself says it best in a May 1999 comic strip, "Keep looking up, that's the secret of life." I can promise you, friends, that our dreams don't end with high school. Graduation is just a major milestone in the road to success. It's a moment to look back at experiences throughout high school, your successes, your failures, and see how each of those have shaped you into the person you are today.
Since we first came to high school 4 years ago, we have faced a lot of changes. However, we have worked through these challenges and are now graduating. As we move on to our next path, there will be even more changes. But if we work together and stay open to the possibilities, we can do anything.
I would like to offer a poem I wrote to express my heartfelt feelings today. Here we stand at the crossroads, looking back over the years, dreaming of what lies ahead. Trials and burdens we bore, through sorrow and confusion we came. As the world seems to fall to war, we rise to face it all. The past of our fathers, the hopes of our friends, do not shape our future. We are free to choose who we are, free to walk untrodden paths, free to break the chains that bind this world in hatred and in grief. We, a marked generation, now go forth, waving our banner high, pledging to never let our voices die.
To our parents, loved ones, families, and friends who have become family, thank you for being our biggest fans and advocates, and for encouraging and uplifting us when we needed it most. We couldn't have done it without your endless love and support. To our wonderful teachers, thank you for challenging us in a good way, most of the time, and for providing us with the valuable knowledge and skills that will help us succeed. Thank you to our school counselors, administrators, and staff who always kept our best interests at heart and helped us to overcome any obstacles we may have faced along the way. A huge thanks to our amazing coaches who have consistently been a source of motivation and encouragement, who, rain or shine, never failed to be there to cheer us on. Last but not least, let's thank each other, our fellow classmates, whom we have spent as many as the last 12 years with. Thanks for growing up with us, for everlasting friendships and countless unforgettable memories. In ways we may not realize, we have made lasting impacts on one another during this chapter of our lives. From supporting each other throughout the good and bad, inspiring each other to persevere towards achieving our goals, and celebrating each other's accomplishments just as we are doing here today. We are forever grateful that we got to be a part of this community, this wolf pack, with all of you. As our high school experience comes to an end, even as we go our separate ways, let's not forget this. To quote the iconic song that helped define our childhood, we're all in this together. Thank you. Next, let's welcome back our principal, Mr. Goodwin.
Nice job, guys. Good job. Wow, I got to follow Marissa and the valedictorians here. Today I'm going to start with just a quick story because I think it's a really cool story. And there was a family that immigrated from Italy in the early 1900s to the Port Orchard area. And so 100 years ago, in 1922, we had Arthur Art Grasso graduate from South Kitsap High School. His family immigrated to the Port Orchard area from Italy and homesteaded in the town of Glenwood, near the town of Port Orchard. You probably all heard of Glenwood Road. He had lost an arm in a tragic accident at the age of 12, but he never, let it hold him back. In fact, he was president of his senior class in 1922. He was captain of the SK football and baseball teams. He went on to Washington State College, which of course today is Washington State University, go Cougs. And he learned to coach under the famous Buck Bailey while he was in Pullman. And after starting his career in education in Silverdale, he made his way back to South Kitsap High School in the late 30s. He taught and coached, and at one point he coached a baseball team to a record 40 straight wins. He raised his children in Port Orchard, who then raised their children in Port Orchard, and so on, all attending South Kitsap High School. And Here we are, 4 generations later, and Art Grasso's great-great-grandson, Carson Collins, is graduating from South Kitsap High School 100 years later. Can I get Carson to stand real quick? I just think that's a great story. So thanks for letting me embarrass you there, Carson. So, as we've heard from Marissa and the valedictorians, we're hearing a lot of, there's a common theme here, and it's hope. And so what I have to say today, I have some advice, and it's going to probably sound a little bit the same in some themes here, but I'm going to try to keep it to 40 minutes. I'm just kidding here. So this is a day to look forward, and it's a day to celebrate the amazing potential and promise of this entire class of 2022. Today is truly about each of you celebrating the significant milestone in your life, which I hope will only be one of many accomplishments ahead of you. This is a day also for your parents, guardians, and other family and friends who have loved you and supported you along the way to reach this point. We are here to celebrate all that you've overcome to get here, and it's about hope and looking forward to the dreams that this new chapter of life is offering each of you sitting here today. That's really what today is about. And I stand here today as your proud principal with some life advice, and I will keep it short. There's a common misconception that high school commencement ceremonies somehow mean that we've arrived at a destination where our 13 years of learning have finally ended. And I'm here just to tell you that that's not the case. In fact, nothing could be further from the truth. You're just opening a new chapter that requires you to be lifelong learners. Henry Ford once said that anyone who stops learning is old. Whether they're 20 or 80, anyone who keeps learning stays young. So paraphrase, you stop learning, you stop growing. And so you will be expected to learn new concepts, pick up new knowledge, regardless of whether you're joining the workforce, starting your own business, joining the military, becoming parents, going to trade school, going to 2 or 4 year colleges. Whatever your path is, as Marissa said, you're gonna find your way there. The cool part is that you get to choose what you wanna learn about from now on. And that may not have always felt that way. I think we have a lot of choices at South Kitsap, but some of them you tried and probably went, I don't like that. And other ones you tried and said, I really like that. There's gonna be a lot of opportunity ahead for you to make those choices. And so you're gonna have to remain as a learner for your whole life. And I hope that you will view your future learning as a positive thing, meaning that instead of seeing it as something that you have to do, like getting up and going to the gym or something like that, like, oh, I don't want to go, but once you get there, you never regret it, right? And so you have to have a positive attitude that this is something that you get to do. And it's now being estimated that those in your generation will change careers 12 times in a lifetime, so 12 times. This requires people to have very universal skills that are transferable. And I would argue that people skills are right up there at the top of that list. The world of tomorrow is requiring graduates to have the ability to collaborate, to be innovative, to be flexible, to be self-directed learners, and to solve problems in a creative fashion, which means that your skill set will have to be adapting to the environment around you throughout your entire life. Those skills will get you in a lot of doors, and I've observed all of those qualities in this class here today. And so you have a solid foundation to build on, and now it's the next step, and I know it's scary, but it's exciting. It's all that wrapped together. So my final advice is just this: never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. Find out what makes you curious, dive into it, because most likely this will be your passion and purpose in life if you have yet to discover it. And remember, it's okay to say, I'm still learning. All of us in this Tacoma Dome today, whether we're age 10 or 100, should be comfortable uttering those words. I'm still learning. And wisdom, that's a different topic than learning, but really what wisdom comes from is the lessons that we learn from living. So I want you guys to go out, dream big, take chances, make it happen. And I want to congratulate all of you and thank the class of 2022 for being great human beings. Go Wolves. And now, on behalf of our staff, I hereby certify as principal of South Kitsap High School that these graduates have met the requirements of the state of Washington and South Kitsap School District. Mr. Winner, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the South Kitsap High School graduating class of 2022. Superintendent Winner, will you please come forward to accept the class?
Thank you, Mr. Goodwin. And on behalf of the school board and the South Kitsap School District, I proudly accept the South Kitsap High School graduating class of 2022. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and recognize the entire South Kitsap School District staff who have had such a positive influence on the lives of the students sitting here today. I also want to recognize and thank family and friends. I look out and see all these graduates and see all the people in the audience, and I just know these people on the floor are very loved by a lot of people. And finally, to the graduates. I love what I heard today. I heard the valedictorians talk about dreams. And just like Snoopy, we can do all sorts of great things. And I heard Marissa talk about being intentional and being confident. And I would just say this, you are overcomers, as Mr. Goodwin talked about. You've overcome a lot, and you've handled those things just beautifully, and we're so proud of you today. And as you take all those dreams and you go forward, I would just say to you, congratulations and be awesome.
And now the moment you've been waiting for, we're going to start the awarding of diplomas. We ask that the audience, I know this is a tall order, please hold their applause so that all graduates can have their names heard as they cross the stage. And so we're going to go ahead and get that rolling right now.
Jesse Rose Lacrosse Lambert. Angelo Abarquez. Colin Cox. Peyton Bird. Ashton Martin. Leilani Ann Vallejo. Ava Grace Daganakis. Emily Williams. Marissa Crane. Cole Darcy. Victoria Lou Carter. Savannah Cambich. Ethan Dickerson. Ashlyn May Nelson. Anna Helgestad. Sakia Marie Sass. Regina May Elmario Obinal. Ashley Shaketti. Peyton Pine. Amelia Hickel. Morgan Stone. Jackson Fager. Ella Horton. Hannah Sakai Collar. Angel Manjaninga. Catherine Angel. Adriana Peterson. Molly Blankenship. Ferris Hovader. Hope Chancho. Skylar Abbott. Isabella Cunningham Soper. Sydney Louise Alexander. Maddie Levine. Naomi Alseth Kingston. Kendra Lakey. Brennan Ambler. Grace Lamoureux. Riley Ambler. Daniel Kai Landeros. Dallas Jack Wesley Anderson. Jacob Larson. Eric Anderson. Alyssa Latimer. Paris Glanz. Evan James Laudenslager. Logan Hope. Layla Don Yayi. Angelica Vanderdoes. Emily Gay. Richard Walbrink. Elizabeth Heberlin. Vance Androwsko. Jaden Hodges. Nicole Inez. Jenna Hoisington. Chloe Morgan Aponic. Haley Lawrence. Joel Avalos Guardardo. Benjamin Laws. Iana Aguin Babauto. Alexander LeBron. Alex Ballou. Cameron Michelle Lee. Peter Balmer. Sam Lee. Martin Bauzon. Sadie Lewis. Terrell Benavides. Seth Lewis. Mamie Catherine Bernardo. Jeremiah Ryan Linville Jr. Nikila Bertson. Brennan Kuntz. Destiny Bertelson. Alexis Jump. Ruby Betterton. Callie Mueller. Shelby Beveridge. Ian Palmer. Tanya Bidlake. Kennedy Wrights. Jake Billingsley. Cameron Livengood. Leah Bird. Calvin Longbreak. Alan Blinn. Joshua Louviere. Nate Bolton. Peyton Love. Hallie Bowles. Riley Lovell. Thomas Bennington. Carly Lovett. Jacob Burke. Christopher Lubitz. Brooklyn Bradley. Raven Shea Lund. Nicholas Brimhall. Nicholas Sabinal. Skyla Ray Brinkerhoff. Devin Schaefer. Natalie Brown. Chloe Shinneman. Cherie Brown. Owen Smith. Sierra Brown. David Young. Brendan Brownson. Ian Lutz. Ryan Brunsell. Patricia Lynch. Asher Burns. Matt Lyons. Jacob Burt. William McDonald. Viviana L. Bustamante. Nicole Magalhaes. Zoe Byrne. Cameron Mates. Rafael Cavallo. Ashton Mannon. Caleb Kapua Camacho. Delaney Mara Shaki. Savali Camacho. Tyler Markham. Hunter Robert Carlson. Cassandra Martin. Annie Monique Carico. Justin Martin. William Carter. Audrey R. Matson. Spencer Cassidy. Harley Moppin. Coda Cadil. Connor Mauzoff. Emmy Cerro. Jaden Allen McDonald. Jenna Caesar. Lita McDonald. Tate Chafin. Gannon McKay. Connor McKay Birdsey. Gregory McLaughlin. Kelly Chalice. Reagan Mador. Logan Chapman. Elizabeth Meek. Troy Chapman. Nichelle Nicole Meertens. Thomas Cherry. Emma Lynn Meeson. Nathan Chien. Aaron Meisner. Emma Clark. Alexis Meister. Maya Clausen Ness. Cody Mercado. Garrett Cody. William Murrill. Sullivan Marks. Dylan Miguel. Caden Cole. Alice Miller. Carson Collins. Megan Miller. Callum Colley. Jordan Mitchell. Samuel Kwar Miller. Malia Mitchell. Willow Colson. Corbin Moffitt. Hannah Conover. Caden Monfredi. Cameron Cook. Elisha Montgomery. Mallory Ann Cool. Joshua Moon. Madison Irene Cooper. Dawson Jarrett Moore. Kimberly Cox. Aiden Morrison. Caitlin Victoria Krebs. Alexander Morrison. Josh Crager. Alex Morton. Dorlisa Elizabeth Montenotya Cruz. Gary Mullins. Cody Diavino. Kayla Lynn Munson. Jonathan Daniels. Fiona Nahara. Joshua DeCrona. Cheyenne Nash. Loriano Darden. Dugan Ness. Katie Darville. Cheyenne Nevin. Justin Davis. Haley Boone Nass. Matthew Davis. Dylan Nokel. Noah Deese. Jabari Norris. Preston DeFevers. Anthony O'Leary. Dewan De Jesus. Eden Caroline Con Ogle. Sakurashun De Rosia. Josiah Osborne. Serena Didrikson. Michael A. Osborne. Abigail Drake. Lisa Ovchinikova. Isabel Erin DeGarmo. Wyatt Euler. Sorry, I totally said that wrong. Riley Duncan. Shane Parker. Evan Duran. Emma Patmore. Toby Durr. Ashton Piercy. Marley Dusek. Jacob Pearson. Sasha Kaying Earl. Kina Leigh Painter. Sarah Edwards. Madison Megan Pearson. Trenton Edwards. Rylan Pearson. Landon Emerson. Evan Pearson Barisi. Maria Espinosa. Isaac Perdue. Matthew Fears. Michaela Paris. Jeremiah Filiwai. Ashley Pierce. Sila Filawai. Ryan Pope. Ellie Christine Fenton. Carissa Porter. Jessica Fessenden.
Ashlyn Potts.
Courtney Fisher.
Tyler Prestigard.
Molly Flagel.
Wyatt Pudlow.
Taylor Folden.
Zoe Quiet.
Lennon Fort.
Nick Randall.
Brooklyn Fowler.
JJ Reardon.
Alan Fox.
Bailey James Recknagel.
Angela Fox.
Joran Renty.
Nisha Gaskins.
Tori Rice.
Jacob Reese Gatlin.
Alexandra Ryan Reichendeifer.
Kai Geisler.
Bryce Richmond.
Brenton George.
Attias Riggins.
Desiree Giddens.
Donovan Robertson.
Mary Jane Gillette.
Alex Robinson.
Austin R. Gilseth.
Jose Rodriguez.
Jaden Grant.
Jaden Rogers.
Michaeli Graziani.
Alika D. Rojas Perez.
Gavin Green.
Xavier Ross.
Michael Green.
Graham Rowland.
Nolan Green.
Mackenzie Rowland.
Simran Graywall.
Veronica Ruffin.
Enoa Taz Griffin.
Kai Russell.
Josh Ginther.
Dylan Ruth.
Isaac Gunson.
Alicia Salazar.
Percy Hackelberg.
Jameson Kia Sailing.
Dane Hall.
Evelyn Scheffler.
Cassandra Harper.
Rosemary Sewell.
Emma Harris. David Hart.
Brandon Riley Milliron.
Torn Hasty.
Matthew Vorholt.
Benjamin Heyman.
Madeline Sekerick.
Keontae Haynes.
Sadie Shattuck.
Zacchaeus Hagee.
Colby Shaw.
Sean Heron.
Liam Shaw.
Edward Hebert Whiteside.
Evan Sherwood.
Taylor Heim.
Keely Shire.
Ian Hendrickson.
Kayla Rain Shilston.
Allie Hennian.
Cody Shipley.
Davion Herrera.
Slater Shoemaker.
Jacob Hogan.
Madeline Schertz.
Elise Hopper.
Michael Silverman.
Ella Hopper.
Maya Serrani.
Matthew Horan.
Bryce Smith.
Megan Carol Horn.
Sydney Slate.
Caden Michael Horseman.
Skylar Smith.
Olivia Hovermail.
Daniel Smithson.
Gavin Howery.
Tess Snyder.
Alex Hoyt.
Emma Spencer.
Bailey Elizabeth Hoyt.
Lorenzo St. Luce.
Sarah Hoyt.
Logan Stanton.
Kellen Hubble.
Colin Starkle.
Karis Huff.
Samuel Stivers.
Dylan Anthony Huff.
Gracie Stockwell.
Rosemary Hughes.
Kristen A. Strode.
Garrett Hurlbert Chapman.
Lena Summers.
Chloe Faye Hurtada.
Connor T. Sutton.
Raphael Idol.
Hema Tahir.
Juliet Yarin.
Sam Taylor.
Andrea Jansen.
Jasmine Telez.
Kayla Jacqua.
Cassidy Tertani.
Parker Jex.
Eddie Teslenko.
Kendra Johnson.
Emily Thompson.
Tyler Johnson.
Kate Thompson.
Cy Jones.
Gavin Thorsby.
Katerina Bernadette Tuckness Jones.
Jacob Tim.
Autumn Keene.
Liberty Tichenal.
Cameron Kelly.
Ellie Travis.
Logan Kelly.
Christian Therese.
Madison Aaron Kent.
Manny Tovar.
Gabriel Kenyon.
Grayson Townsend.
Uju Kim.
Kyla Ulrig.
Nathan King.
Jesse Thomas Upshur.
Riley King.
Skylar Vaughn.
Chloe Klinger.
Christian Jacob Volchek.
Kiara Marie Kimbery.
Nicholas Vucetich.
Perkanza Koichi.
Faith Wagner.
Benjamin Coots.
Emily Nicole Wakefield.
Alvin Kowalski.
Zachary Warsala.
Brenna Krebs.
Dominic Vorholt.
Foreign exchange student from Italy, Emma Bermond.
Nadia Lynette Watkins.
From Spain, Lucia Gomez Parrado.
Alexis Wasson.
From Belgium, Laura Maladry.
Silas Weathers.
From Spain, Sarah Munoz Palo.
Brooke Jens Weber.
And from Germany, Sophie Fitzer.
Kayla Welsh. Piper Wernett. Caden Wetzel. Emily Wheat. Dallin White. Sawyer Wilhelm. Ryder Williams. Elijah Wilson. Ronan Wilson. Ryan Wiseman. Joshua Whitman. Logan Wood. Elizabeth Warden. Courtney Wright. Paige Wolf. Kyler Keen Yates. Alisa Yumin. Lily Zandaprowski. Noah Zengari. Daryl Dave Akuzar. Jameson Sagun Canonizado. Wilson Earl Davenport.
Okay. The valedictorians will now lead the class in the changing of the tassels. So please proceed to the podium, valedictorians.
I think we can go behind it.
Stand up. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, please be seated. Okay, we are now going to start with the Alma Mater song. Once everyone is seated. And as soon as the Alma Mater is over, just remember this is when the recessional will begin. Okay, when the music starts, you will stand for the Alma Mater.
Why?
Ladies and gentlemen, you could meet your graduates out on the plaza. Thank you.